Ladies and gents, good evening. Welcome to the show. I am Middle-Aged Gamer Guy, also known as Mag, and welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. The dead eye stare. Big Jesse's like, there you go. Let's say hello to a few people. Obviously, Mr. Dan Kane Tank was the first one here. Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you. Swiftly followed by Moonbeard. Good to see. He says we try our best. There you go. Bless you. I know that's talking about the socials. Dan, good evening. Hello. How are you? Big Jesse. Sup, homies? How goes it? Scrolling down. Who else we got? I can see lots of people. Gilfly. Good evening. Hello there, sir. How are you? Good to see you. That was a bit high, wasn't it? Good to see you. There you go. Who else we got? Games Guru. Boom. Here I am. Rocking like a hurricane. There you go. Nice. Adam, good to see you. How you doing? Ben, good evening. Ahoy there, matey. Good to see you. Love what you did with the timeless thing, by the way, last night. I thought that was really cool. How you hijacked that. That was cool. Ben says, time to guess some more ratings wrong. There you go. Flame, hello. Guildford says, oh, good. That face just before he spoke. I think that pretty much summed it up, didn't it? Lisa, hello. How are you doing? Lovely. Good to see you. Obs, good to see you too. Good to see you. Welcome all in. And now, obviously, before I bring my co-host in, some of you may notice, because Danka has just noticed, that there is a special new drop on Twitch. I was going to post this in my Discord, but I'll be honest, because I got an email from Twitch last week about it. But I forgot. I'm going to be honest. Anyone who subs, whether it's a new sub or gifts a sub, between now and sort of middle of August, will automatically get 3 months of Apple TV absolutely free. Now, it's for people who've never used Apple TV before, but it basically works like a drop in that if you sub, it will be in your drops menu and you can redeem it. I'll put further details in the Discord at some point this week. But for anyone who subs as of today or gifts a sub, you could get 3 months of Apple TV courtesy of Twitch, absolutely blinking free. How good is that? So there you go. That's a little special offer brought to you by Twitch. Nothing to do with me whatsoever. Does it drop Dave? Does it drop Dave in your lap? It's not that kind of drop. TKD Adam has just gifted a tier 1 sub to Obs. Thank you. You should get that within about 24 hours to check your drops menu. Well done, Adam. Thank you for that. There you go, Obs. Have 30 days free viewing. Exclamation sub hype in the chat to Adam. Obviously, we are trying to hit the Plus program as well, trying to get 100 subs per month, because it means Twitch gives me a 60-40 split instead of the usual 50-50. So thank you so much, Adam, for that. Congratulations, Obs, because you were gifted it, which is pretty damn excellent. And you will get, Adam, you will get 3 months of Apple TV absolutely free, courtesy of Twitch. That's how it works. Anyone would have thought that was planned, but it wasn't. It was amazing. It wasn't planned. iQuail, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Is that when you turn an apple into a battery and you run a TV off it? Different thing. I thought it was a potato that you turned into a battery, but never mind. There you go. So let's do this. Sophie says, it's a child. Hi. Hi, Sophie. Good evening. How are you? Now, obviously, I can't do this show by myself, as you know, because I'm just the gob that makes this show work. We have to have like a proper expert in. And that, ladies and gents, is the co-host that knows the most. It's the one. It's the only. It's Mr. David Jones.
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. How's everyone in chat? Hope you're all good.
There you go. Good luck. We're starting already with the exclamation Daves. Cool. There you go. Yay. Dave is best. From Dave. Good evening, Dave, by the way. It's 2 Daves at the same time. It's going to get confusing, but there you go. Everyone's doing it now. Double Dave. There you go.
Wait.
Hi, Dave. There you go. Dave. Dave. I want those loads. Out of all the Daves here, he's definitely the Dave Est.
I'll go with that.
I like that. It's good. It's good. There you go. More Daves. There you go. And hello to Dave Johnson in chat as well. We don't want him to feel left out. Don't want to feel left out. But yeah, how are you, buddy? What you been up to?
Oh, I'm good, mate. Been playing a little bit of gaming here and there, and I've had some time. Been playing a few different things again. I haven't got back into Elden Ring just yet. But,
Okay, you're having a bit of a break from Elden Ring for.
Yeah, I usually do. I usually find like I'll chuck a load of hours into some of these games. I do sort of hit a point where I do need to sort of step away from them and try something else for a bit. Otherwise, it just gets a bit of an overload. So I'll have a couple of weeks off from it and I'll get back to it. I've been playing a couple of other things. I think it was stuff we talked about in the last couple of weeks. Can't remember on last week's show if it was one last week, one the week before, but there was a Dungeons of Hinterberg, which is popped up on Game Pass recently.
2 weeks ago, 2 week show. Yeah.
Yeah, so we play that. Quite enjoy that actually. Quite enjoying the sort of social effects that it has to the sort of way it separates the day out in the game, and also enjoying the exploration in the dungeons. I feel a bit like some of the older Zeldas in the sort of puzzles you've got to solve in there. So I've been enjoying that. It's pretty good fun. And then from last week's show, I've been playing that Nobody Wants to Die. That detective game, that cyberpunk style detective game, which is really quite cool actually. Enjoying that so far. Not meant to be a long game, which is good. So I'll actually get around to finishing it. So might get that done over the weekend if I get enough time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Very good so far. Recommend that.
I see. It's funny because obviously you started Dungeons Hinterberg. I'll be playing that on Friday, so I'm not doing a stream on Thursday because we're at RawCon. And Lisa's in the chat. He's organising RawCon. Cool. Big up, Lisa. So I'll be playing that on Friday. So I'll let you know what I think. But that got an 8.5 on the show. It was actually last week, so my apologies. And then Nobody Wants to Die got an 8 out of 10. I'll be playing that Tuesday next week because there's not a TNGC on Tuesday. TNGC is on Monday next week, which is really bizarre, but we'll explain why at the end of the show. So I'm looking forward to playing them. So I'm kind of like 1 week behind you. But a game again that was on the show last week, which I did play on stream on Thursday and I've since completed, was Shim.
Oh, that little puzzle game.
Yeah,
that looked quite cool.
It was. It only got a 6.5 on the show. And we were a bit like, because I'm really been looking forward to that for 2 years. I kind of see why.
Just go on a bit too long, does it? With its
it's 65 levels, of which I think you could have cut it down by half. And then there's some levels that have got some really cool ideas and mechanics, but they don't always use them in every level. And some levels just feel like you're going to point A to point B, and it does feel a bit repetitive. And there is some interesting levels that pop up that are very different to the other levels, but there's not enough of them. And ironically, like last night when I finished the game, the last level's like really long, but it's really clever. I don't want to spoil it because it's the end of the story. But you're like, oh, why wasn't there more of that? So it's almost like if they got rid of the filler and condensed it down a bit, because it's still not a long game. It's only about 4 hours long, but it just feels that some of the levels have just been put in there for no reason.
Yeah, just to pad it out.
Yeah, so it's a good game. It's just, I've been waiting for it for 2 years, and unfortunately, I'm kind of gone, just not a great game. It was fun to play, and I'll probably never play it again, unfortunately. But it's beautiful music, beautiful sound design. It was good and it was fun, but it's done. So there you go. That's me.
That's it. Move on. Plenty of other things to play.
There you go. Manic, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Nothing wrong in my book by being unusual. No, very true. Good game, Bruce Forsyth. Sophie said the game sent her to sleep. I mean, it was quite calming. The music was so calming. It was like that. But there you go. Anyway, any other things on your horizon to play, Dave, apart from more Elden Ring?
Oh, the only thing I did play a bit of on Sunday when I was playing co-op with a friend. We tried out the zombies mode in, was it Modern Warfare 3?
Oh, because that's now on Game Pass. Yeah.
Just try that because we were looking for something to sort of play co-op in, and that was on Game Pass. I thought, give it a go. I haven't played zombies in a COD game for freaking years.
Yeah.
The last time I played, it was the old style where you're like in the house boarding up the windows and shit like that. Whereas this is a more open world one. You know, get in there, get some loot, and extract yourself. Was other players in the same area. Was all right. Bit better than we were both expecting. So we'll probably try it again next Sunday. Yeah. Seemed okay.
That's good. Yantastic, thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to our little show that we do. So yeah, we'll tell you more about more games that we play next week. Well, I will. Dave won't because he's on holiday, so he won't be here. Again, we'll explain all that next week and what's happening with next week's show. But there is a show next week. It's just everything's a bit jiggled around. So our guest this evening, again, not as advertised, but don't worry, the advertised guest will be on the show sometime in the autumn, and we hope that they're doing well. Basically, due to work commitments, they couldn't be here, and that's all I'm going to say, because we're not allowed to talk about what those work commitments are, because it'll get them in trouble. But it's something quite big. So there you go. So that's all I'll say. However, this wonderful lady who's part of this wonderful community stepped in and went, I'll do it, because I've never been on the show. We should do TNGC in the pub the week after. I mean, we could do it, actually. We could do that, actually. That's an idea. But I think seeing how it went in the pub the time before Timeless, no. This wonderful lady does a fantastic amount of streaming, some great and hilarious content, everything from some mad VR games with Boris. We don't talk about Boris and all this. When she puts a funny voice on, look, I could see her giggling backstage. This is so even mentioning about eggs and numerous other things. She's been on to a number of events that we've done, and we can't wait to see her, because she was on stage at Timeless Gaming Convention last year for the Tetris competition, and she's one of our featured content creators. Please welcome the one, the only, the wonderful Atomic Moonchild.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Jeff the chef.
Yes, yeah, because you're at Knott's VG with me. Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm a chef, and I'm going to cook some donuts. If you weren't at Knott's Video Game Expo, there will be a video explaining what the fuck that was about. But yeah, I became Jeff the chef for 1 hour at Knott's VG, but there you go. Anyway, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm not too bad. Just getting on. Looking forward to Timeless.
It's good. Sorry, what? What? Never heard of it. That's normally Jesse's joke. Like, oh, I thought I'll get that in. So there you go. But yeah, it's going to be epic, and we will talk more Timeless stuff later.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, you've been at a fair chunk of events this year, haven't you? Which is good.
It's been a lot of fun. It's nice. It's nice to get about and like just meet people and see really good stalls and like devs and new games coming up. Yeah, I like it. It's a lot of fun. I get loads of goodies.
Oh yeah, the freebies are always good. Look at that, the freebies are.
Oh no, I bought some. I bought most of them.
Oh okay. So not
and games. Yeah.
So Lisa's just said this, because I noticed this as well when we were talking to earlier before the start of the show. Says, I spot a Twitch t-shirt. Wonder where you got that from.
Yeah. Maybe an awesome meetup that was organised by a few people.
Wonderful people, yes. One which is right in chat right now. So for anyone who's not, I wonder if Potato the bear is doing well.
Oh, Potato. Oh no, it dropped on the floor. I still haven't rescued him.
Oh, okay. Potato Potato the bear is indeed in need of rescuing. That's the leastest. There you go. It's very on brand indeed. So, for people who don't know, tell us about your channel, what you do, what you stream.
I hate this bit. I'm Atomic Moonchild. I essentially call myself a weird cosplay sort of random streamer. Games nights, very random. Cosplay is usually very random. They are sporadic. I do a lot of charity streams, so that's like my passion, and I get especially silly for those. Like, you got it, aren't you? In the name of charity.
What sort of charity have you been supporting?
Everyone can. I did their game together. I dressed as a whoopee cushion. Oh no, that was game. Oh no. Yeah, I did Game Blast for special effect. I think I was
special effect.
I was a sausage roll for that one.
Yeah,
I've done WWF as a panda. I've done an autism one. I can't remember what I dressed as for the autism one. Probably nothing. I think I was just random. But yeah, just I like having fun. It's like literally.
That's the one thing I like about your streams is they're always fun, and people come in and you can have a good laugh, and it's nice and relaxed. It's total chaos, but it's also relaxing in that thing. It's like you've got it down to a T where it's like the best of both worlds. There you go.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I blame everyone else for the chaos though. Like they bring a fit. I just deal with the madness.
Which is there you go.
love
Manic
it.
did ask us how are we. I mean, he's asking chat now, but also asking us how are we all dealing with the heat. I mean, Dave's got his air conditioner behind him, so he's all right.
That's right.
How are you doing, Mooney?
I usually I'm always cold, so I've not felt it as much. In fact, I've been cold at work because they have windows open and fans on.
Okay.
It's well funny because if I crack my jumper off, they go, "Oh, bloody hell, it must be hot." She's taking a jumper off before 9 o'clock, and I'm like, because I never take my jumper off.
Gilvar says rather be hot than cold if I. See, I'm quite hot because there's no
Same.
fans open here, but I'm all right. So it's all good. It's all
I
good.
love
There.
a bit of heat.
Also want to say TKD Adam, thank you so much. You gifted another tier 1 sub, which now puts us at 73 subs out of 100. Thank you so much. And that has gone to Moonbeard. So Moonbeard doesn't have to watch adverts for the next 30 days. And Moonbeard's just next to you, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
You want to give us a wave, Moonbeard? He's like, no.
No, he waved from his chair.
There you go. There's Moonbeard. There you go. Oh my God, that was cool.
I'm not a very smart man.
You're very like, but off camera, it's like that.
I literally like
Brilliant.
from his chair.
Oh dear. Ben, I will get a drink from the fridge. Don't you worry. I will do that a little bit later on. But again, Adam, thank you so much for that tier 1 sub. You've already kind of been gifted your 3 months of Apple TV, so I don't think you get another 3 months. But there you go. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And as I say, anyone gifting subs or renewing subs from now until middle of August will get 3 months of Apple TV courtesy of Twitch. So there you go. What are your favourite games, Moonchild? Before we get cracking with the show, tell us some of your favourite games that you like to play.
Well, definitely not Fallout. Yeah, Fallout is probably my biggest love in my life. I started with Fallout 4 and I've never come back. Apart from 76, which just keeps eating my time lately. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. Number 1. That's Timmy Boy. If you've never played that game, please play that game. It is the best game ever. And obviously, I'm saying obviously like, you know, the Gears of War series, Bioshock, Borderlands. Oh God, so many games I love. So many, but they are like the top tier. I will go back to those games repetitively.
You looking forward to the new Gears?
Yeah, I am. I was gutted that it weren't a carry on from the story because I wanted to see because it left on such a shit house, right? It just left on such a. So I was angry at first, but then I realised that we can have Marcus Phoenix, and I love Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah, I think that's good. You can never have too much Marcus Phoenix.
My Marcus Phoenix is Batista in, I think is it Gears 4 or Gears 5?
Nice, yeah.
It's Batista for the PvP. I love it.
There you go. Dave is trying to get you to mention a different game because he knows I don't like it. And it's up to you whether you want to mention it or not, Mooney. I'll leave it up to you. I won't hold it against you if you do mention it, but I think it's a pile of shit.
Halo, if I'm honest, I've not really played it.
Good
I
answer.
tried with the story. I tried. The online is a bit, but yeah, I've not actually played it enough to give a valid opinion, really.
Yeah, there you go. Well, see, I can't hold your answer against you, whether you said yes or no. But as Dave correctly said, I will hold it against him. So yes, there you go for bringing that up. Yeah, I know. I heard that rumor too, but obviously it's a rumor, so it's bullshit. There you go.
You really, really hate Halo.
I think it's terrible, just generally. And the only one I did like was the new one that nobody fucking liked. So that just says a lot about me, isn't it?
Reach.
Right. There you go. There you go. Imagine Mag in a Halo universe. No, let's not. Simple as, Manic. There you go. Shall we crack on with the show? Because I can see what's going to happen on here.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Okay, folks. This is our 178th show, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got 8 new games, including Rawmen, the Star Named EOS, and Earth Defense Force 6. No real big hitting games this week.
8 games you'll never play.
And yeah.
I guarantee it.
Well, that's just fucked the rest of the show. You might as well switch off now. But yeah, we got 8 games, and we got obviously because it was San Diego Comic-Con. There wasn't much gaming news this weekend because everyone buggered off to that. So we've got a couple of news stories. One which a lot of people know about because it hit when we were doing the show last week, and then one which basically got announced during Comic-Con. So, Jenny, lovely to see you. Hello. Thank you for being here. Welcome on in. It's just nice to see your face, Atomic Moonchild. There you go. There you go. 8 games you'll never play. New tagline. Do you know what? I bet Outside Xbox steals that off us and uses it on one of their shows. But I wouldn't hold it against them. Yeah. Is that a new chair? Yes. And we'll explain more about that a little bit later on the show. So let's move on to our first game. This came out last Tuesday. There was quite a few games that didn't feature in last week's show. It was mad. We had 16 games, of which we reviewed 8, and there was another 8 we chucked in Discord. But there was another 4 games that hadn't had their basically review scores land until after we'd done the show. So because it's been San Diego Comic-Con, we got 4 games that came out last Tuesday and 4 games that came out last Thursday. This is the first of the ones on Tuesday. This came out on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, Switch, and PC. And this is the shooter Exophobia. Let's have a look at this. Well, there you go, folks. Exophobia. When you wanted to play a first-person shooter back on your Atari or Spectrum.
Yep, gone for that retro aesthetic, hasn't it?
Very retro.
Very, very. Yeah, it's a Metroidvania FPS, this one.
Oh, okay, so Metroidvania. Okay.
Yeah, got another Metroidvania. This one's set in a spaceship that's been overrun by aliens. You've just woken up on your own on the ship. You're trying to find everyone that's on there and defeat the alien threat. As we know from Metroidvanias as well, you'll find new items, help you get to new areas to progress a bit further, defeat some of the harder enemies. I say it looks all right for what it's trying to do. It's going for I think mostly sort of red blue sort of color palette from what I've seen, which I think can work against it sometimes because it can start to look a little bit samey. Make it a little bit hard to sort of navigate around. If everything looks the same, you're going to kind of forget where you've been, where you're going. So I think it's got that as a bit of a problem. But apparently the combat in it's pretty good. It's got a reasonable combat system to put in there, decent guns to use. So yeah, looks all right. Yeah, retro Metroidvania.
There you go. Return to Castle Pixelstein, says Moonbeard. Sophie wanted to know about your hair before
It's died.
died.
It's died. I just didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, it's died. Right. It's not a wig. I'd probably pick a nicer combination into the colour if it were a wig. To be fair.
What did you think of that game, Moonchild? You just saw.
I am such a graphic snob, and I just think why do we need new games that look like that? I'm sorry, but the story, and you got to pet a dog, so I was like, you're winning a bit.
I did like that bit, yeah.
One of the items looked a little bit questionable. I'm not gonna lie, and I won't indulge, but it looked a little bit questionable. It was a gun, I think, but it looked a bit questionable. I was like, is this a dirty game? No. And then it weren't like there was nothing else. I realised it was the gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon the story looks all right. You get to pet a dog. I'm gonna go sell them.
Is that what you're trying to say? Did the gun look like a willy?
Yes, I didn't want to be too rude.
Okay, no, you're not being rude. I mean, I said fuck earlier, so
it really looked like
be as rude as you like. No boundaries there.
I was so questioned. Like I was like, what?
Yeah.
Then you pet a dog, and I was like, this is questionable at its finest.
Is it a gun? Is it a penis? We don't know.
Penis gun.
Penis gun, yeah. Fires
Let
out.
your imagination run wild.
Pew, pew.
Don't want to be rude. You're on the wrong stream. Said Ben. Yeah, when you said that, don't want to be rude, but you're on the wrong stream. No, management does not agree. No rudeness. Balls to you, Dave. I would say it did not show off other guns. No, there you go. So, folks, if you've not seen the show before, we don't review the games. However, we take all the scores from across the internet and turn it into an average score. You may agree with it, you may not, but if you guess it right, and a number of people have been trying to guess the score already in chat, you can win a shout out in the chat for your channel. So, what did we think this first game got? Let's have a look at some of the scores that have already been coming in to here on the chat. So, Guildfly said a 7. Moonbeard said a 7.5. Danker said a 7. iQuail said an 8. Ben said a 7.5. Dan Game Tank wanted to know, Dave, do you dye your hair as well? So
Yep, dye it grey on the sides.
It's perfectly natural, amazing. Naturally dyed. There you go. Grasso Maniac, thank you so much for the raid, dudes. Another absolute legend here. It was also with us at Nottingham Video Games Expo when Moonbeard, Moonchild, me, and him were there. So that's good. Good to see you, buddy. Dave says, well, bollocks to you, short ass. Thank you. What other scores have we got, folks? Ob says 7.5. Adam says a 5. Flame says a 7.5. Not long enough. It was good to see you. I know, mate. It was great to see you as well. We are just talking about a new game that came out called Exophobia, which came out. Dave said a 5 as well. From one Dave to another Dave, what do you reckon this has got?
Let's try a 7 for it.
Okay, going for a 7 out of 10. For anyone who hasn't guessed yet, you can have halves and whole numbers. Don't give me any 7.2s or 6.8s because I'll just round it up or round it down because it does me head in. Moonchild.
7.
You're going for a 7 as well? Okay. Folks, this is your last chance. See, I knew someone would do it. Jesse says 2. Manic says 7. Sophie says 3.3333. Just to be annoying, I'm going to round you down to a 3. I would.
Oh, was he stuck? Looks like he has, hasn't he? Funny page for him to get stuck on as well.
So took a screenshot.
I think it's Sophie's fault for putting a
You broke the
number in
stream.
chat.
You broke the stream.
Terrible, Shay.
Wow, that was worrying. Everything.
Oh, there you go now. You do look a bit pixelated. It paused you in a good
It was like,
pose there.
yeah. It's weird. I had a thing that came up was like, oh, low internet thing, and just all the internet dropped out from here. So there you go. Ben's having some serious deja vu. Sorry, mate. Sorry. But it's because as soon as I said balls to Dave and it went like, boom. There you go. Gone. He might be using that gun. Nice pout. Bye, Mag. But yeah, the whole thing just went. Hello, Paulie. Good to see you. Right. So what I was going to say, anyone who's not guessed, get your scores in. This is Exophobia, which came out last Tuesday on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, Switch, and PC. DM'd you my face expression. Thank you. Appreciate that. That'll be a thing. Yes, Thanos snapped Mag. There you go.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go. Right. If there are no more scores in the chat, I can tell you that this got a fairly decent 7 out of 10.
Yay!
So, well done, Mooney. You get the first big shout out. Go follow Mooney on all her socials, which are about to appear in the chat. And well done to everyone else that got this right.
And Dave.
Adam said 6.9. Well, that we'll get to Dave in a minute. Don't worry, I've not forgotten him for once. Normally I do, but I haven't this time. Manic, congratulations for getting it right. Who else said 7? Let's scroll up. There's a few people, actually. Ben said 7.5. Danker, well done. Congratulations. Gillfly, well done. If I've missed anyone out, the mods will get it and you'll get your shout outs. So there you go. I don't believe you did, Dave. I believe you are lying. You get to test spin my new chair. Yeah, Dave. So I've got to be careful with this, considering this is the new chair and we need to look after this. But how do you want your first shout out? Because for those who've not seen the show, Dave does not stream. So we have to give him a shout out in a different way. So how would you like it?
I think we've got to start some spinning, haven't we? Yeah.
Okay.
See if the chair, can stand
a
it.
spin test.
Yeah.
There you go. Danka says, look, I have a game now. There you go. Right, Manic's shouting you out as well. You can also do exclamation Dave. So here we go. Ready? Anyone else feeling a bit cold today? Give over, Paulie. Bloody hell. Here we go. Dave! Oh, it's quite slow moving. I gave that a really good spin.
Isn't it?
Oh, hang on. I'm going to give that another go. Dave! Oh, okay.
It's got to be a slow-mo Dave then.
The spin factor's a bit...
Check it out the window, bring the old chair back.
I can't do that yet. Maybe after said event when sponsors are happy, but we'll talk about that later. There you go. Firm action on that chair. I mean, it stops me from falling out of it, but it's not. So my other one was like, Rah! But there you go.
Too safe, the new one.
Tight to the chair, yeah. Well, it's comfy chair anyway, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, congratulations to everyone who got that right, and congratulations to our guest and Dave. That's our first game. Let's move on to our next game. He says, someone grease Mag's pole. I like a chair that doesn't spin too much. I don't mind. I'm easygoing. It's the booster seat he's put on it. Fuck's sake. I'll have it off you, Mag. Don't throw it out. I never said I was going to throw it out. Some lucky sod will be winning a gaming chair soaked with mad. Oh, no. Let me clarify. This chair is not one of the ones you win. This one is going to be at the show and people are going to sign it. But the two ones that we're giving away at Timeless are brand new chairs that will be delivered to your door. Just in case, because I was sweating like balls last night. No one's going to want to sit in this chair now. Just so you know. There you go. Let's move on to our next thing. Paulie says, I need a new chair. I love you, Mag. Worrying some people would want that. I know. Not this chair. No, not this chair. I'm also wearing shorts. So that's even another reason to not have this chair. Our next game. This also came out last Tuesday on PC. And taking some experiences from Japanese foods and stuff. But this is called Rawmen. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
And it's time to wake and bake, taste buds. I don't know if you looked outside lately, but you might have noticed a flash of flying food. Leon Corp just put out a bounty for the World Soup Series, so get training, aiming, and complaining. Savior?
They're not even getting milk. Oh no. Oh my god! Come on, buddy.
Can you just like not?
Look out!
I wonder, which one of you is going to betray the others?
So there you go. This is the free-to-play game Rawmen. I'm not going to say anything about this just yet because I have concerns already. But I'll let Dave tell us a little bit more about this. So, go for it.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer food-themed game. You sort of deathmatch, catch the flag type gameplay to it for 2 to 8 players in the matches. So it looks okay from what you can see, but it's yet another multiplayer game, free-to-play multiplayer game in a sea of frigging many choices. So I don't know. Is it going to live long, or is it going to die within 6 to 12 months? Probably it's going to die pretty quickly because Yeah, I don't know if it would really have that much appeal to people. I don't know if food fighting one is going to have that much lasting appeal. It's the sort of thing you might download and play a couple of games on, and then perhaps not bother with again. It's really going to depend whether the devs have got any sort of roadmap to keep people's interest. But I don't know. I think if you're remotely interested in it, it's probably one to play, at launch or pretty close to launch. While there's a bit of a community there, because I can't say it really grabs me. As I say, there is so much choice out there in the multiplayer realms. It seems a bit silly sometimes releasing all these ones because only so much people can play. Unless it's really good, you're not going to pull people away from the big hitters.
So I'm going to say this because when I saw the trailer earlier today, and because it's an Epic Games game, as soon as I saw this, I was like, this is like Rumbleverse that came out 2 years ago and only lasted 3 months and got shut down. And we did play a community night of that because Sophie and me played it, and they shut the servers down because people are just not interested. And this just looks like Rumbleverse reskinned, but now with a few gun weapons and some food weapons. And I'm like, this just ain't going to last because they've just basically reskinned the game that they shut down 2 years ago, which concerns me. It might be good fun to play. It might be something. But the thing is, Rumbleverse was out on everything. This is only out on PC, which really does narrow it down. And Rumbleverse didn't survive when it was out on everything. So this has me worried a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But it could be good. It could be good. It could be fun. We'll have to see. Moonchild, what do you reckon to this one?
It looks really, really fun, to be fair, but it's like you said, it doesn't have last appeal. Like, it is sort of this game that I end up downloading, playing shed loads of, like, right at the beginning, but then I just trail off because, go back to other games, really.
Yeah.
It's like a filler. A bit of a filler. But it does look really, really fun. Like,
that's the thing, yeah. It's
a last appeal in it because so many, like you were saying, Dave, there's so many multiplayers out there now.
Yeah.
You've got a sea of choice, an absolute sea of choice.
See, Adam says, what about that dodgeball game that died quick? Now, that was Knockout City.
I love that.
I love Knockout City, and it was one of my games of 2021, my top 5 games of 2021. And that lasted a year and a half. But in the last 6 months, you knew they were shutting it down. So the first year was great. And then after that, they started shutting it down. And I think it shut down 2 summers ago now. It's been 2 summers since that closed down.
It's been that long.
If my maths is correct. But yeah, so maybe 2 summers, or was it summer of last year? I'm not sure. Actually, no. Summer of 2022, I think. Knockout City was great fun. And we did play that a lot. But then people just tailed off it. It's a shame. Anything free to play starts setting off red flags and warning bells to me. See, that's the funny thing. Knockout City wasn't free to play, but then it suffered because not as many people were playing it, and they made it to free to play, and then even less people started playing it, which was a bit of a shitter. But I did like that game. That was one of the few ones that I did like, and I was gutted that it went. But you can't have everything. Folks, get your scores in on this one. I did have some scores earlier. I'm going to scroll up. Let's see. Moonbeard said a 7.5. Paulie said a 7.5. Jesse said a 2.5. Ben said a 6.5. What else we got here? Ob says a 7. Oh, Moonbeard changed his score. A 6. 6.5 for Guildfly. Adam says an 8, intriguingly enough. Dave says 6. Flame says a 6. Whoops, where did that go? Evening, Matt. How you doing? Looks like a poor 6.5 for this one, says Matt. Iquel says 5. Aurelian says, I just arrived. Evening, Aurelian. So 8.5. No idea what the game is. Mooney, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this is?
The score?
Yeah.
6.5.
6.5. Okie dokie. Jenny says 8. Also, no idea what the game is. Big Jess says, my 2.5 will be wrong, but is indicative of the average review over the 11 weeks. It's around 4. Wow. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to go for I'll try a 6 for this one.
Going for a 6. Okay, folks. Last chance. Get your scores in. Apparently, I sound muffled. Does anyone else hear that?
You did go a bit nuffled.
Yeah.
Muffled.
Nuffled. I went nuffled.
You went nuffled.
I went muffled. It could be the internet. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It says I've got good internet, but I do know that the lads from Retro Gaming Revival were streaming through this last night, and this was going ape shit, and it was getting really scratchy, and the video camera and everything was really bad, and that was more of a StreamYard problem than that. So there's fuck all we can do about it, folks. You're just gonna have to stick with us. It's not a problem from our end. It's probably a problem from StreamYard's end. So you just have to bear with us and go for it. So yeah, it's a little in and out. That's what she said. So there you go. Dave, you said this 6.6. Okay.
6. Yeah.
6. Okay. All right. So folks, last chance. This is Rawmen, which came out last Tuesday and is on PC. Get your scores in. You've literally got 5 seconds because I'm about to reveal. Looking small in the chair. I know. It's weird. I look even smaller in the chair, but it's good. The chair's not good for spinning either, Sawyer. I can tell you that now. It doesn't get the spin test, unfortunately. She said it was an average in and out. I knew she was lying. Jesse's life story being unfolded right before our eyes there. So, if there are no more guesses, I can tell you this also got a very optimistic 7 out of 10. There you go. There you go. Sawyer says premium chairs do not spin. But it does recline. Yes, Gilfly, there's reclining on it. But I'm not going to do that because I'll smash the fuck out of the cabinets behind me. So I'm not going to do that. But yes, 7 out of 10. Moonbeard says that's 7 months to live. So congratulations to Danka. Welcome to everybody else. It's an office napping chair. Manic, well done. Well done to everyone who got a 7 out of 10. And don't forget to go follow all these wonderful people that got the scores correct because they spend the time supporting this channel. So please do go do the same for them because they are lovely, lovely people. Let's move on to a bit of gaming news now. This news story unveiled. Don't lie, sorry. You only just got here. Cheeky. He's doing a Becca. 0.5 off again. Fuck it, says Ben. You'll get the next one. Well done, Obs, as well, mate. Well done for getting them correct. So this news story broke as we were doing the show last week. So some of you have probably heard about this. But basically, Ubisoft had to basically write a 4-page apology. Now, if anyone doesn't know what this is about, they were writing a 4-page apology about the next Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Not only was this a 4-page apology in English, but it was a 4-page apology in Japanese because quite a few people had different issues with the new Assassin's Creed reveal trailers. It's Ubisoft. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. There you go. Ubisoft. There you go. So here's some of the things that caused the outrage in the Japanese community. Firstly, they stated that the game is not accurate. However, most people know that a lot of the Assassin's Creed games do take certain aspects and certain characters from history and use them in a fictional sense. And it does state this, but they try to make certain areas, certain regions in the game historically accurate. And they use historians to help with the thing. But the game is never actually going to be true to life. It's a work of fiction. Okay? However, apparently certain flags and certain artwork was used in the trailers for the game that they didn't actually get permission for. And some certain communities in Japan said you should not be using those flags without our permission. Now, they may be able to be removed from the game in time, but apparently the artwork book has already been produced and is being published as we speak. So that might feature in there. So that might cause a lawsuit. And there's certain promotional material that's already gone out. So they might have to redo that. But the biggest thing that's caused issues is one of the two main characters that you play. And that is the guy called Yasuke. Now, he is the black guy who is basically a samurai. Now, what people are not pissed off about is the fact that this person may or may not have existed, because they're saying that apparently he actually did exist. The problem they're saying is he possibly wasn't actually a samurai. And they're saying that because they put this historical figure in this position and you're playing as one of the main characters, it's causing a bit of controversy. Yes, controversy. Good evening, Josh. How are you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So there's a number of things here that have kind of come up. And it's kind of like, okay, have Ubisoft stepped the mark, or do you think that Ubisoft probably didn't do as much research as they thought they would? Or are people just looking way too much into this? Because every other Assassin's Creed game that's been set in a historical era has bended the truth horrendously. So is it just the fact that because this is the first time it's been set in Japan that it's offended certain people, whereas we've had ones in Italy and Jerusalem and London, and people weren't that fussed about it? What are your thoughts? I'll start with you, Dave. And chat, let us know your thoughts and feelings as well.
Yeah, it's probably a bit unnecessary, isn't it? All the criticism of the main character. Yeah, because you say it's historical fiction, so you can take characters, you can mix around what they were doing at the time, present them in a different way. I think when I first saw the trailers and saw it was an African samurai, I did sort of wonder about it a bit as a choice, but then look the character up and his Wikipedia page is describing him. Fair amount of historical information on him apparently. Whether or not it was a samurai, who knows? They've chosen to use him in his context. So as long as they can do a decent story around his character, then should be all right. So I was kind of surprised they didn't do say 2 Japanese characters, since it is Japan set. But as I say, if they've got a good reason to use this character, and they can weave a good story with it, then give it a chance and see what it's like when it actually comes out. So that's the thing; it's easy to criticise these things ahead of time. Usually, it's a bit better to wait really to see what the overall package actually turns out to be like. If it turns out to be a terrible story, they can criticise it even more then. But at the moment, it's a bit pointless, isn't it? With not all the storyline, then not all the context to really judge it on.
Yeah. See, Guildfire says it's even at the start of the game, it states that it's a work of fiction. They've done that in all the games. Yeah. I think it's the fact that nearly all the characters in the previous games are kind of based around something or someone, but not the actual character. And this is the first time that they've taken a character from history and kind of said, look, we're actually using this character, which is slightly different, but can be a bit of a funny one. Josh, thank you so much for that Prime sub. That is now your 9 months. We are now 74 subs out of 100 to get to that 100 sub goal, because we want to get a 60-40 split from Twitch. No more 50-50 splits for me. So keep going, people. You lot are awesome. Thank you, Josh, for that sub. I will have to check whether you get the 3 months of Apple TV through the Prime sub. You might not. But anyone who gifts a sub or does a normal sub will get 3 months of Apple TV absolutely free, courtesy of Twitch. So I'll look that up for you, Josh, because I don't know if it includes Prime subs, but I'll check it out. Mooney, your thoughts on this? Do you think this is just people just getting a bit...
I don't play Assassin's Creed, but I watched the trailer and I just thought, what's a decent game? Yeah. That's literally how I thought about it. That's how I saw it. But I can understand the flag thing, because they're very, very proud country, and obviously, if it's shown in a different light that they don't want, it's understandable, or just even parading it. I don't know. But as for the character, it's meant to be someone of history in it, like the Black Samurai. And I just think it's fascinating. I'd love to see where the story goes on that. I might not play it, but I might watch someone play it.
Yeah.
It seems interesting.
Well, it's pretty likely that I will be playing it.
I can't do stealth, so I watch people do it.
Oh, you can watch me play for a bit. We're no doubt going to be playing this, because I think I've already swung a free copy for November. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
Watch it then.
Courtesy of my friends of that. I like this. So it says, Altair was a real historical event. He's actually 10 times my great-granddad. There you go. Say he was your nan. That'd be a little bit worrying. Yeah. Oh, Obs, thank you for qualifying. Yeah. Prime subs don't qualify. Okay, sorry, Josh. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I greatly appreciate it, but unfortunately, it is only normal subs and gifted subs that get the Apple TV 3 months. So there you go. I really should have done my research on this, but I forgot that went live today, as I said. There you go, Primate Club. But thank you, Josh, for that. I greatly appreciate it. It's all good. Well, it helps you out. Well, it does. It does help the channel. So thank you so much. So there you go. We will see more about Assassin's Creed in November when it comes out. I'm very much looking forward to the game. And let's just hope that if they do try and use historical events to the character, that they do it justice, and then maybe people won't moan. I think it's that thing that, yes, there's some little assets and things they've used that they probably should have asked for permission for. I get that. But maybe wait until the game comes out and people actually see what it's about before starting to moan. That's my opinion. If it's really absolutely does, like puts a shadow, forgive the pun on Assassin's Creed Shadows, but casts a shadow on a certain historical character, then yeah, maybe people should moan. But we don't know, do we? So, because the game ain't fucking out yet for like another 4 months. So there you go. There you go. Anyway, moving on to our next game for tonight, which isn't really a game. It's more of a companion. And Josh has now gifted a community sub, so he can now get the 3 months of Apple TV. Josh, bless you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. That is now 75 out, and we're only 125 subs away. There you go. Rising Phoenix, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our chat show. But this is not potentially a game. It is kind of a game. We've had some other stuff like this. And Rising Phoenix is raiding as well. There you go. This is chaos. It's great. Rising Phoenix, welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Dame is live. Thank you for that follow. Welcome in. I am Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. This is Tuesday Night Gaming Chat, where we talk about all the latest gaming news and gaming reviews from the last 7 days or so. Sit back, relax, watch some trailers, and give your thoughts on these games, and you can win shout-outs in the chat. We're going to go straight into this next game, which, as I say, is not necessarily a game. It's also like a companion app. Nicholas, thank you so much for that follow. Greatly appreciate it. And we were going to play the trailer for this next game, which is called Weyrdlets. And not only that, it's spelt weird as well. You will see. But have a look at this trailer. Here goes.
Welcome to Weyrdlets, a new desktop companion for work and play. You can choose from one of the 3 cute pets when you start. I'll pick this one. I've named him Wagyu, and he loves a good pat. We could even take him for a swim. He lives inside a cute house that you can decorate any way you want. We've spent enough time inside for now. Let's head off for some fresh air. But before that, let's get Wagyu dressed up with a hat. Maybe some stickers too. Okay, I think he's ready to touch grass. Let's bring him to the playground for a spin. Aw, look at how he loves the sandbox. Oh, look at him go. Oh, look at the time. Better get some work done. Weyrdlets is not just for fun. We have serious productivity tools built in for your desktop, like a Pomodoro timer and a to-do list. While you're busy working, your pet will go fishing or start digging to find some items and resources. Your pet will probably get hungry, so you'll need to get them some fruit from the shop. There's lots of other items for sale here, such as decorations, stickers, even furniture. Here you go, Wagyu. Adopt your own Weyrdlet today. Available on Steam for free.
Oh, shit, it's free as well.
Just someone go, ah, shit. I mean,
Sums it up.
sums it up. Yeah, there you go. Dave, tell us about this, because this is more of a companion thing rather than a game.
I don't think I need to say anything, do I? The trailer said it all perfectly. I would just be parroting that. It's exactly what it looked like. Play with it in a little game. Dick about with it on your desktop while you're watching.
It talks about productivity tasks, but if I was fucking around with that thing all day, I wouldn't get any work done.
Yeah, so it's going to be distracting you constantly, isn't it? Your to-do list is just going to keep getting filled up because you'll be dicking around trying to feed that bloody thing.
There you go.
It's no good for you.
Oh shit, it's free as well. I'm going to lose into this. So I get the feeling this might be right up Moonchild Street. But some people are hating this. Some people are loving this.
Yeah,
know,
it's going to be a
look, man.
Marmite one, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a productivity app I know I don't need, so
Yeah.
I'll never use it.
Danka says it's tough to guess on this, so let's go safely a 7.5. Also, has someone been looking through my Free Games Friday list? I don't know. Was this on your Free Games Friday list? It's a distraction and a waste of storage at times. I'm glad you're here, Rising Phoenix. Thank you so much again for that raid. Greatly appreciate it. Mooney, so is this right up your street, or are you like, no, and Moonbeard's just sailing us up the river?
No, this is definitely up my street.
Okay.
I love Plastic Duck Simulator, for God's sake. I literally can just sit there looking at my ducks for ages. I even got the desktop thing for it as well. But yeah, this is well up my street. And the fact that it's just said it's free, I'm like,
yeah,
where do I get it?
Yeah. Get it on
I'm gonna get
Steam.
this.
Is that right, Dave? Free on Steam?
Yeah, that's correct.
There you go.
I'll be getting this. I saw the trailer for this a few months back. I can't remember what game show it were on, but I remember seeing it and being like, that's too cute for words. I need it. I usually play them and get bored, though. I'm not going to lie, but I adore them.
Aurelian says in years' time we'll find out it's a spyware in disguise, just like all desktop apps. We'll see. Well, let's have a look at some scores. People are coming in with some scores. So, obviously, Danka says it's difficult to pinpoint where this is, but going for a 7.5. Ben says a 3 out of 10. And for all the people that came in Rising Phoenix raid, have a guess at the score. You can have halves and whole numbers, all the way from 0 all the way to 10. If you get it right, we'll give you a shout out in the chat. Adam says an 8. Josh says a 5. Moonbeard says an 8. Ob says a 7. Flame says a 7. What else we got? Gilfly says an 8. Manica 6. iQuail a 7. Adam said an 8. Yeah. Dave said a 5. William 5.5. Josh has changed his score to a 5. Sophie, good night. You take care. Mag and the two gorgeous people off to sleep. Good night, Sophie. You take care. Lovely to have you here as always. Josh said a 5. Rising Phoenix is 3. Nicholas says 6. Depends. Jenny says a 7. Dave, I'll start with you on this one. What do you reckon it is?
I'll try a 7.
Going for a 7. Okay. And Mooney?
I was going for a 7 as well, to be fair.
Going for a 7 as well. Okay. All right. Any more, folks? This is Weyrdlets that came out last Tuesday on PC and is free. It's your last chance to get your scores in the chat. You will get a shout out. Yeah, 6 to a 7 is fair, says Nicholas. So here we go. Matt says it's a 4. Malik says with the majority of people going 7, I'm going to roll with it and say a 7. Okay. Mooney, what did you say? Sorry?
7.
You said 7. Dave said 7. Okay. I can tell you that the score for this seems to be a continuing theme. We had a weird theme on last week's show, but we have a weird theme on this week's show because this, just like the 2 games before it, got a 7 out of 10. So, Mooney, congratulations. You get a shout out. Please do go follow our wonderful guest. All our socials will be popping in the chat in a second. We've got a ton of people that said 7, so they're going to get shout outs in the chat as well. And Dave, exclamation Dave in chat to give Dave a shout out. How would you like your shout out? 777's ding, ding, ding.
Oh, I heard you say that chair's got a reclining feature. I think you should recline and spin.
I've not tried it. So I don't want to fuck it up. Is that? Oh no, that's sent it down. Now. I don't know which button it is, mate. I might have to leave that because I've not tried it, so I don't know what I'm doing. So
very well. You can go behind the chair then and jump.
Behind the chair. All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not going to lie. This chair has more space than my other one as well. So actually, it's really cool. So there you go. In fact, just to plug it off, if I do it that way,
I'm not going to start playing until she.
there you go. So you can see the logo on it.
Very nice.
Dave!
Very good, mate.
There you go. There's a shout out for Dave. Lever's on the back. Yeah, it is, but I can't, because I'm so short, I can't reach to the lever and I hit the wrong lever. In fact, I brought the chair down, so there you go. I'll find it later. Jazz hand, says Jenny. Congratulations to everyone who got that one right. Let's crack on with our next game. What chair is it? I will tell you when we talk about Timeless, which will be after this next game. This is our final games that came out last Tuesday. We've got more games coming up for you in a bit. This is out on PS5, Xbox Series X, S, Switch, and PC. And this, folks, is the Star Named EOS. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one. Let's go.
Day. Day. Have you ever looked forward to opening your eyes? Have you ever looked forward to the thing you've been chasing, only to find it right in front of you? You see, everything shines. Everything. When you gaze at the stars also gaze at you. They do not fade away just because you close your eyes, nor will they be dimmed by fleeting clouds. Just open your eyes and you'll see shooting stars full of wishes. Day, are you asleep?
There you go, folks. That is the Star Named EOS. There you go. I like the fact that Paul Newton says, this looks awful. 7 out of 10. He's doing like a reverse Johnny, isn't he? Like, well, Johnny's not here tonight, but there you go. Matt says, another vomit-inducing trailer. Josh says 1 for this one. Blimey. Adam says 6. Moonbeard says 7. He said that this might be right up your street, Mooney, but we'll ask you in a minute. Dave, tell us more about this game.
Yeah, this is a narrative-heavy puzzle game. Your character, Day, is looking at photos that his mother used to send him, because she used to be off on her travels, so that the character really saw much of her. And in these photos, he starts seeing something that's a bit strange, so he starts trying to sort of delve into memories of his mother. And you're trying to sort of recreate these photos, I think, as you're sort of following her footsteps. And you've also got various puzzles to solve along the way as well to move the narrative forward. Looks quite nice. Looks like got some nice sort of hand-drawn, graphics there. It looks pretty decent. Probably out the ones we've seen so far, though, I'd probably have a look at this one, because I quite like a decent puzzle game. So yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. So I think it's got an intriguing story, a little mystery there for you to solve.
Yeah, it seems all right. It's not really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who else has guessed 7, you might want to change your guess, as I never get it right. And Ben's guessed 7. Moonbeard says, no, have you ever had a dream that you could do anything? Exactly that. That was a great synopsis there. Thank you, Moonbeard. Greatly appreciated. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm any the wiser on what the game is after the trailer. I can see the art stuff going over well with critics. So 8 out of 10. 6.5. James says 6.5. The game about Day 7. Ben 7. Obs 7.5. Jenny Sparkle says, I agree, 7. Adam says 6. Josh said 1. Moonbeard said 7. Danka 8. Paul Newton said 7. So let's jump into the scores before we do this. I mean, is this a kids' game, says Josh? I don't know. I don't think it is, but there you go. Mooney, what did you think to this? Because, again, this is one that...
It's not a kids' game. I would well play this. No, I'm not kids. I would well play this. I would proper play this. Like, the puzzles in it just look... Yeah, I've played many games like this already, so what's one more?
Yeah.
The story looks really, like, heartfelt. Sorry.
Yeah. I kind of like what he was going for. I don't know if it's a game I would play, but it looks like a game that would be cool. And again, if it landed on Game Pass, I'd probably give it as well. It's one of them, isn't it? Which Dave probably agrees with me on that. So we'll see. Okay, folks. Let's get your scores in if you haven't already got your scores in. Computer Club Matt says a 6.5. Mooney, we'll start with you this time. What do you reckon to this one?
7.5.
7.5. Okay, Dave.
I was thinking exactly the same.
7.5. You two, like, yeah. Yeah, in sync with each other at the moment. So there we go. So 7.5 from both Mooney and Dave. Folks, this is your last chance to get your scores in. This is the Star Named EOS which came out last Tuesday and is on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And if there are no more guesses, folks, I can tell you that we have broken the trend because this did not get a 7. This got an 8 out of 10.
Want to play it even more now.
Highest scoring game of the night so far. So there you go. Which isn't difficult because the first 3 got 7. So there you go. Ben went, told ya! So got an 8 out of 10. Paul Newton's like, fuck off. A fucking, of course, the one time I guess. There you go. Did anybody say 8 in the chat? iQuail did. Well done, iQuail. Danker, well done. Danker's on fire this week. He's had a couple of shaky weeks recently, but he's back now. He's back with a vengeance. Adam's like, I am shocked. When I like things, I get them right. There you go. There you go. Well done to everyone who's got it right. There you go. And do you know what? As mentioned, as we should say, I know she didn't get it right on this one, but she was close. But let's give Moonchild another shout out because she is our community member of the month, which means she gets a shout out on every show as and when we want to. And not only that, she's going to be getting a Xbox voucher before... Well,
eventually.
It's sorted. So she's won a £5 Xbox voucher. So you will get that this week.
Nice.
You also, because there's 1 week that I wasn't streaming, also going to get shout outs in next week. But look out, because as of Friday, maybe Saturday, you will be able to vote for your next community member of the month. And Moonchild and whoever that be will be getting shout outs next week as well. So there you go.
Double shout outs, nice.
Double shout outs. So there you go. Not got one right so far, but still 4 more to go, Adam. You could get it right. So don't worry. Don't worry. There's plenty of time. Now, talking of events and giving people shout outs, we might as well do this because as of tomorrow, and this is scary stuff, as of tomorrow, Dave, I can't even remember what your prize is. You'll have to tell me what it was. And if you say it's a voucher, I know you're lying. 2 weeks tomorrow, folks, it is Timeless Gaming Convention. Oh, my God. And we have got more announcements for you. It's Fortnite. Well, not Fortnite the game, but a Fortnite tomorrow. So, ladies and gents, if you don't know what Timeless is, this is what we've got lined up for you so far. Check this out.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, gamers, tech enthusiasts. I'm Jason Bradbury, and I am delighted to tell you that I'm going to be doing the opening keynote at the Timeless Gaming Convention.
I'll be on stage giving a talk about some obscure gaming stuff. I really hope to see you there.
There you go, folks. 2 weeks tomorrow, Timeless Gaming Convention is literally hitting Arcade Club Barry on Wednesday, the 14th of August. And yes, this is where I hope that Jesse has updated the website. And I'm going to have a quick look. Oh, he's done 2. We got 2 announcements tonight, folks. 2 announcements tonight. Let's show this on the screen. So for those who don't know, we are running a gaming convention at Europe's largest arcade, which is Arcade Club Bury in Greater Manchester. Over 400 machines that you can play. Retro arcades, modern arcades, pinball machines. Thank you, Jesse. Gaming consoles, air hockey, basketball nets, pool tables, the lot. Free to play for 11 hours, unless you're VIP or content creators, and then you get 12 hours. Not only that, we've got a main stage with a load of fantastic guest speakers, as you've just seen there. And we have got a challenge stage with lots of competitions. And that is what we are talking about tonight. Last night, we unveiled that Retro Gaming Revival will be on stage on the Sneak Challenge stage at approximately 12:45 with 3 retro gaming competitions, which include Jetpack, Tomb Raider 2, and Contra. But they're all a spin because they're all the remastered versions. But you'll be playing the original versions on the remastered versions. And there'll be prizes galore to win from Sneak, Geek Retreat, Twitch, to name a few. But tonight we're going to unveil some more competitions. One which we have never done in the history of Timeless. It's something brand new we've never done. And I think you're going to love it, especially if you're a Pokemon fan. So, firstly, new challenges. We've done retro gaming challenges. We're going to do some modern game challenges. And we have got some corkers for you this year. We have got 3 modern game day games that have been out in the last couple of years. We have got the remaster and remake of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. We have never done a Tony Hawk challenge ever, but there is a time trial challenge for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. We have got a Spider-Man 2 challenge where we want to see who can scale across New York in the fastest time from one end of the map to the other. No fast travel, by the way. That's cheating. But we got to use your web slinging techniques to get across. And with our special guest host, we have got Mr. Ed Trotz. We are going to do a Cuphead competition, which I've been waiting months to talk about because we arranged this months ago. We have got some fantastic competitions where you can win some prizes. So not only are we doing free retro games, we are doing free modern games. So all you've got to do is get to the stage, say that you want to take part. VIPs get first chance and compete against everyone else. And you could be walking away with some amazing prizes, courtesy of our wonderful partners. Not only that, the final competition we want to announce, we've announced Tekken 8, we've announced Mario Kart, Just Dance, these 3 challenges, Bullion, the free retro game challenges. But as I said, we are going to do something we have never done before for Pokemon fans. And ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a live version of Who's That Pokemon on stage. This is going to be run by the wonderful Jinx, the cosplayer. This is purely her idea. She told us about it, and I was like, this is so fucking cool. She has got a whole presentation of all the different Pokemons. You get up on stage, and it's a knockout competition. If you guess it wrong, you're out. If you get it right, you stay on stage until there is one person left. So we will be doing an official Who's That Pokemon competition. I can't believe we're doing this. I'm not even a Pokemon fan, but I'm actually really hyped for this. It's absolutely nuts. But you can take part in this competition. And I think it's at some time. We're going to be announcing all the times of everything that's on stage later next week with all the timings. So not only have we got all that, but if you go onto the website, you can check out what's on. The 2 stages we've got, not only have we got our debug indie game area and Geek Retreat with the tabletop and board game area and all our wonderful exhibitors, but you can go to the website now and check out all the information. Plus, we've got our cosplay competition where you can win 2 tickets to MCM Comic Con London, courtesy of Sneak. But if you go to the wonderful people of Techwear, who are going to give some amazing things, you can see Jason Bradbury. They put the times up. You put the times up. I didn't realize. Jason Bradbury will be our opening keynote at 11:45. The opening ceremony will be at 11:30 with yours truly. We'll tell you what's happening on day. Melanin Gamers panel talking about how you can make a living out of content creation at 12:30. The Debug Indie Game Panel with 2 devs with 2 brand new games that are coming out, and some games that we have never been at any other shows will be on stage at 1:15. 2 o'clock, we have got our content creator panel with 6 content creators from all over the world, hosted by the wonderful Josh Strive Hayes from Session Zero and star of Twitch and YouTube. At 3 o'clock, we've got more prizes to give away because you can join DJ Slopes for a gaming quiz. We're doing a gaming pub quiz on the main stage at 3 o'clock. We have got Ashens, as you saw in the trailer, the wonderful Ashens doing a talk about some of the weirdest games ever created. And not only that, as I said, I was going to unveil this, Ashens is going to be our guest on Tuesday night gaming chat, along with Dave, Mr. Dave Johnson, but it will be on Monday night next week. Monday night, because Ashens don't do Tuesdays. So Tuesday night gaming chat will be called, not for the second time ever, not Tuesday night gaming chat, and Ashens will be our last guest before Timeless on Monday. 5 o'clock, we've got our Gaming Legends panel with the editor of Pixel Addict magazine, Mr. Paul Monahan. We've got our guest Ross Tregenza, who's worked on Cyberpunk and worked on things like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Gears of War, etc. We've got Graham Norgate, who's worked on Dead Island 2 and GoldenEye, and we've got Alex Trowers, who's worked on Syndicate, Magic Carpet, Theme Hospital, all the amazing games from Bullfrog. We hope to be announcing one more Gaming Legend later this week. Fingers crossed if the contracts get signed. We've got the Cosplay Parade at 6 and the Just Dance Final at 6:30. And we're giving away tons of prizes at 6:45, and you need to be in the room because we have prizes from Samsung. We have got GTO Mega chairs like this one. We're not giving this one away, even though this will be at the show, but we have got 2 chairs. One you can win just for buying a ticket. It's worth £165. And the other chair is going to be going to one of our fantastic featured content creators who've been shouting about the event and helping us sell tickets. So you need to be in the room to win one of those chairs, plus a ton of other prizes that we're giving away. And as mentioned, we have the Sneak Challenge stage. First time ever we've got 2 years, 2 stages. Tekken 8 competition at 12 o'clock. The Retro Gaming Revival lads with the free Retro Gaming Challenges at 12:45. The Just Dance heats at 1 o'clock with the finals at 6:30 on the main stage. Bullion competition at 2:30. Cuphead and other gaming challenges, Spider-Man 2 and Tony Hawk at 3:45. And the Mario Kart 8 challenge at 4:30. You said hit refresh. What do I need to refresh, dude? And the Who's That Pokemon at 3:15. There you go. Thank you, Jesse, for doing that there. So there you go. All the timings are now on the site. Get your tickets now. As mentioned, VIP tickets have now sold out. We have only got 150 tickets left for the whole event. If we sell them, we are a sellout for the first time ever, folks. We have got a family ticket, 2 adults, 2 kids, 50 quid. Saves you a tenner. Kids under 5 go free. Standard tickets are 20 quid. So everything I just mentioned, you get within a standard ticket. It costs you 18 quid to normally get into Arcade Club. You get all that extra bonus, amazing stuff for an extra 2 quid. Standard tickets, 5 groups of 5 or more, you'll get a 10% discount. There's child's tickets. If you're a lone parent, you don't want to buy a family ticket, but you want to bring your kid along, get your standard ticket, and a child's ticket will only cost you 30 quid, save you 20 quid. And as announced of last night, there are people that said to us, I can't make the daytime, but I still want to turn up for the evening, enjoy the DJ set from DJ Slope, and play games for 4 hours. You can now buy an evening-only ticket, which gets you in from 6 o'clock for a tenner. So that is £8 cheaper than what you would pay from getting into Arcade Club. So you will miss all the talks and all the competitions. You can still check out the cosplay competition, and you may still win some prizes. Evening, JL. How are you, buddy? Drawn Unicycle. Good to see you. But you can get in for a tenner because we had a number of people who turned up after work last year. So we are bringing back the evening-only ticket, but you cannot get in until 6 p.m. for a tenner. So, folks, do it now. I want to sell this fucker out. I've only got 150 tickets left. Let's do this. You can win some amazing prizes like this wonderful GTO Mega Chair or similar to it. And we've got lots of other stuff to give away and other prizes. So there you go, folks. Good to see you, JL, my friend. Great to see you. So there you go. Are we not hyped for Timeless?
Looking well eyed.
Sure are, mate. Looking
Fucking
good.
knackered after that.
Oh,
And Dave has just said, after all those announcements, I quit. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. He'll probably get reinstated tomorrow. So there you go. There you go. There you go. Let's crack on, folks. I can almost taste it. We are very hyped. It's going to be insane. We have much more to announce. We have much more. We have some more. We have no more competitions to announce. We may have a few more prizes. We hopefully will announce some more legends for the Legends panel. But literally, we are very close to announcing everything. And I think by end of next week, we'll have announced everything there is. There's a couple of other partners we haven't announced either. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on. I'm sweating like fuck now. So let's crack on with the show as we move on to our next game. And this is the 6th game in this series. If you like blasting things, this might be right up your street. This came out last Thursday on PS4 and 5 and PC. And this, folks, is Earth Defense Force 6. Let's have a look at the trailer. Let's go.
A horde of monsters has been detected. Shit, they're coming out in droves. Damn invaders, leave already. They're trying to be Earthlings. Ah, what a joke. I want to go back to the old days. We're carrying out this mission and defending this planet. Teach those things not to mess with the human race. EDF! EDF! EDF!
Short and sweet, just like me. That is the trailer for Earth Defense Force 6. So if anyone's not familiar with these games, Dave, tell us what it's about.
Yeah, these games look like they just go for the sort of B-movie type energy and feel. You know, it's not taking itself seriously at all. It is just, you know, there's an alien invasion going on. There are lots and lots of enemies coming on screen at the same time. You're just given loads of like mad weaponry. You just got to kill them as quick as possible. This particular one, it's a single player up to 4-player co-op. Now, I can't say it looks like the sort of thing I'd be fussed about playing single player. I could see myself possibly playing it co-op, especially if it was like to come onto Game Pass, perhaps. I'd definitely give it a go co-op if it came on there. But yeah, that's it really. It's just, you know, B-movie type game. Looks like it might be fun.
That's cool. I have just had some breaking news. That's just come in. I know it's already on PS Plus because I played it last year. But Mafia, the definitive edition, is coming to Game Pass on August the 13th.
Oh,
so
good game.
That was remastered in 2020 during the pandemic. It was brilliant. It was a great remaster. Thank you to my source for that. Thank you so much. So that's a good game to come to Game Pass. Moonchild, your thoughts on blasting these crazy B-movie bugs? What's your thoughts?
It looks all right. It looks decent shooter-ish. There's got to be something that's liked for 6 of them to come out. So yeah, it looks interesting. Like Dave said, it's probably one I'd play with my mates, like all together. But it's probably not one I'd tackle solo. Not too chaotic for that, I think.
Danke says 7. Can't stand this franchise, sadly. There you go. Moonbeard says a 5. Oh, because Danke doesn't like bugs. That's probably why, because there's bugs. Gilfly says an 8.5. Ben says 7.5. Mag, who told you you're sweet? An anonymous source. So I'm probably lying. Drawn Union Circle says a 7. Ob says 7. Games Guru says 6. Adam says 6. Perfect source. Yeah, it was rumoured a few weeks ago, but now it's confirmed about Mafia. It is officially confirmed. 7.5 from Josh. Jenny, take care. Good night. Have a good sleep. Take care. Flame says 6. 10, and Aurelian says 7.5. Manic says 7. Dave, I'll start with you. What do you reckon to this one?
I'm going to try a 7.
I'm going for a 7. Icar says, I think this is a bit Marmite, but I'm going for a bang average 7 out of 10. Moonchild, what do you reckon?
I'm going to say 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Dave, remind me your score.
7, mate.
7 as well. So 7 and a 7.5. That's cool. Thank you so much. I was air frying some toast, so I didn't get a chance to see the trailer, but I'll give it a 7 just in case. Air frying toast. I didn't know you could do that. There you go. Adam says I've not gone one right. So waiting on his phones. Legendary JL says 7. Folks, last chance. Get your scores in. This is Earth Defense Force 6, which came out last Thursday on PC, PS4, and 5. And if there are no more scores, I can tell you. I'm just waiting for Adam to put his score in, but I thought he'd already put a score in. He did. He put 6. Okay. I can tell you that this got ka-ching. Well done, Rooney. It got a 7.5. Well done. So all those. And guess who got one right as well? Who ain't got any right and he always gets them wrong? Our wonderful Ben.
Way.
Well done, Ben. Congratulations. So you go. Dave didn't get it. Dave didn't get it right, but Dave just got a shout out. There you go.
I was close.
Yeah, normally it's me that fucks that up.
0.5 off.
But there you go. Ben's like, holy shit. Josh is like, yeah, I was right. Well done. There you go. Law of averages had to get one sooner or later. Adam's like, I'm having a stinker tonight. Don't worry. You still got more. You might get them right. Go follow the wonderful Moonchild who got it right and all the wonderful people that are in chat who got it right. Well done to all of you for getting it right. Shout outs are coming out to you now. Let's have a look. Aurelian, well done. Josh, well done. Ben, well done, obviously. That was pretty damn amazing. Well done to you lot. And, of course, Moonchild. Awesome. Well done. Crack on with our next game. Now, this is something a bit different. We haven't had a VR game for a while on the show, but we've got one for you now. This came out last Thursday. This is out on PC and MetaQuest. Have a look at this. This is Thrasher. Let's go. There you go, folks. Thrasher, which looks intriguing for VR, but I would have thought this is one of the gaming because you can play it on PC with a mouse and stuff. So let's check this out. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, this isn't. It looks a bit like a sort of rhythm action type thing, but it's. I think that is the sort of rough experience of it. You're controlling it's meant to be like a space eel. Yeah, you can control it with the controllers, or if you're on the Quest, it can work with hand tracking as well, and you're just moving it around the screen, trying to avoid obstacles and hit various targets, trying to do it in the fastest time possible, with the most combos to get the highest score. Because really, that's what this one's boiling down to. You're chasing high scores to get up on a leaderboard. Looks like it's probably got some decent music to it, but I can't say it's really appeals to me from that trailer. I've played better things in VR.
I kind of like the look of it, but I've played other games that are similar to this, so I'm not kind of that sold on this. And I haven't got VR anyway, so what's the point? But there you go. Mooney, your thoughts on this one?
I like the concept of it. Like I say, I don't think it's for me either. I think I'd get dizzy or light. I don't know. There were a lot going on there with a lot of lights, so I don't know if it'd start doing my head in that. Well, I prefer Beat Saber if I'm going to jump on a VR game.
Yeah,
like that's similar to that.
Yeah,
get more energy out with it.
I'd really like to play Beat Saber, but I've never had a chance. So
it's really
so good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got some scores in already. Manic says a 6. Josh says a 7 at best. Ob says 7.5. Drawn Unicycle says 7.5. Ben says 7.5. Flame says 7. Get your scores in chat if you want to get a shout out. Moonchild, what do you reckon this got?
I think an 8. I'm gonna go
Okay.
8.
Going for an 8. Okay. Flame said a 7. Adam said a 7. This would be a good game to take an acid to and just trip out. I don't know. Is Beat Saber Arcade Club? Not that I'm aware of, but there are other rhythm action game dancing games at Arcade Club. Just so you're aware. Gilfly says 6.5. iQuail says 7.5. Let's start with you, Mooney. What do you reckon?
8.
8. Dave?
I'll try 7.5.
7.5. So Mooney's an 8. Dave's a 7.5. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Thrasher, which came out last Thursday on PS. No, it didn't. It came out on MetaQuest and PC. Legendary JL says 7.5. Do you know what? I'm going to change mine to an 8. I've got a funny feeling about this one. Josh says a 7. And if that's all the scores, folks, I can tell you that this got a 9 out of 10 on average.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's
to get that
surprised me
high.
as well. 9 out of 10.
I mean, if it's free, I might give it a whirl, but
Yeah.
I won't pay for it.
Yeah. A couple of people like, you what? He said rigged because it's VR and not as many people feel confident to dive into that gaming space. You're kidding. Wow, another one wrong. Wow, even better than I felt. Legend G, I was like, Who was high when they gave that rating? Like I said, I had an 8.5. Can't see any. I don't think anybody got it right. Nobody got this one right. No, I miss anyone. No, I don't think anyone guessed it. Back to getting it wrong. Well, it was good while it lasted, Ben. Don't worry. There you go. 9 out of 10, making this the highest scoring game of the week so far. There you go. We'll have 2 more games for you very shortly, but we're going to talk our last bit of gaming news tonight's show. Obviously, it's been San Diego Comic-Con over the weekend. There wasn't too much gaming news, a few things gaming revealed, but then there was more movies, TV shows, stuff out. The big thing that everyone was going on about is the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is back. Someone else in Marvel. Great. Yes. But one movie that was gaming related, that was talked about, my sound is muffled again. Not all I can do about it, so my apologies. One thing that did come up and has been in the works for nearly 10 years, which is a little bit worrying, but we have got kind of a bit more info about it, is the Bioshock movie. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a Bioshock movie, which has been worked on for a while, but apparently Netflix have taken over the rights for it back in 2022. They have got the director of the Hunger Games films working on it. But the people who have been working on it previously said because it's now moved into Netflix, the budgets have been reduced. It kind of worries me a little bit because you kind of got a film like what we've got. We've got the Borderlands film coming out. Whether that's good or not, we'll find out when it's out next month. But that's obviously got a huge budget and a huge cast. The question is this going to be basically a low budget thing? Or does it mean that they'll only concentrate on one area? So, like, is it only going to be or are we not going to see any of that? And things are going to be coming down? Like, we're not going to see any big daddies? It's a bit of a weird thing. I don't know, when people say they reduce the budget, that normally says to me, straight to video or what you feel. It's going to be straight to streaming services now anyway. But that kind of film, should we be worried? I want to know Dave's and Moonchild's thoughts. And also, are we hyped for a Bioshock film? Because I would love there to be a Bioshock film, because I love those.
It's a good series, Bioshock. I think I prefer Infinite most out of all of them. And I never really got on with the first Bioshock. The bits of it I didn't actually like about the gameplay, so I never got that far into it. But it was definitely a good setting. I think Rapture was a very good setting. You probably could still do that pretty well, even with a bit of a lower budget. I mean, sometimes with a lower budget, it forces folks get a bit crazy how they make and design things. Careful about where they spend like the visual effects budget, but you can still make some good stuff. There's plenty of really good low budget sort of sci-fi type films that have been made. So it's not always a bad thing. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully they will go with Rapture, because I think it's probably the more interesting setting. The water setting. It was the Big Daddies, just the sort of iconic characters from those ones. So it'd be quite cool to see if they can do that. So I hope they can do that. They can do it with the budget they've got. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a look.
Mooney?
I was excited when I first heard there were going to be a film, and I'm hoping they do it a lot of justice, because there's so many fans out there. I played all the games. I absolutely adore them. I think they're brilliant. Infinite is my favorite as well, though.
Yeah.
The setting is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous on that. But yeah, I really, really hope they do it well. But you think of big budgets, you look at the Borderlands, like it's so poorly casted. It looks absolutely atrocious. I'm not looking forward to it. I probably will not watch it. Fallout, though. Oh, God. They did it so many wonders. I was so happy with it. And yeah, so it just shows you the scale of what can be potential. Yeah. So I think if they are true heart fans to the series, they will absolutely do the film justice. But if they've never played the game in their life and they have no idea and they're just going from a concept book, then we might struggle.
I think Bioshock would be better served if it was a TV series.
I think so. 100%. It was meant to be a series. Apparently.
There you go. But I love the games. And JL says he's never played any. They're great. Infinite's the third one, but it's great. But really, you should play the other ones to understand
Constance.
Otherwise, it won't make any sense. Yeah. But yeah, Infinite was definitely my favourite. And it's probably in my top 10 games of all time. Somewhere in the top 10. I don't know where, but it's in the top 10. So there you go.
I have many models. In fact, I picked one up at Knots.
I did, didn't I? Which one was it that you had?
Elizabeth. I got Elizabeth model.
Nice. I know for a fact one of our cosplayers that's attending, or one of the content creators, I should say, is turning up as Elizabeth.
I have seen. I have seen, and I am so excited because I'm going to be like, where'd you get your dress? I want to know, because, that's a dream of mine to cosplay.
I was like, well chuffed when she told me. She messaged me this week and said, I've just cosplayed this at another event and I would like to do it again. Is it okay to do that? And I was like, yes, because I love that game. That's going to be so good.
I can't wait. Wait.
So it's going to be fantastic. But let's see what happens. We haven't got a firm date on when the film is out. They are working on it. And we know Netflix has commissioned it since 2022. So if we get any more news, we will let you know on this show. Let's move on to our final games of the night. And hopefully I don't sound like someone drowning in a fish tank on my microphone. But we'll see. This game, this reminds me of another game we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And I'll bring this up because Dan from Debug, Dan Game Tank from Debug, he'll know where I'm going with this. This came out last Thursday on PS5, Switch, and PC. And this is called Arranger, a role puzzling adventure. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one. There you go, folks. That is a Ranger. Now, the reason I said that Dan, as in Dan Game Tank, who's the deputy editor of Debug, shout out for Debug, exclamation Debug in the chat, by the way, is we had a game on this show, which I know featured quite heavily in their last issue, called Paper Trail, where you folded the pieces of the paper to make the paths and blah, blah, blah. And we saw it debuted at WASD back in April. This is giving me that vibes, but instead of folding the paper, you're moving the tiles along to move everything round, which I think is quite cool. But Dave, tell us a little bit more about this. I feel that's in a very similar vein to that game.
Yeah, it's probably got certain similarities to it. This one's grid based. You're moving the character, kind of up and down like a column, or left and right across like a row, and everything on the row or the column is moving with you, and you're trying to manipulate these things in the world to solve the various puzzles, which I think looks pretty cool. I like the mechanic trying to get the sword in the right place. You can bring it over to the monster. There's a new way to kill it. It looks like it can be pretty fun. I think there is a bit of a storyline to the puzzling as well. Your character clearly doesn't get on well with the people in the village. They're going off on a bit of a journey of self-discovery through the world, trying to find themselves, really.
Yeah.
And, lots of puzzles to solve along the way, and it looks pretty decent. It's one I'd definitely give a go. It's an intriguing looking puzzle game.
Yeah, I like the look of this. Out of all the games we've had tonight, this is the one I probably would actually play.
So it's a standout one for me.
Yeah. Mooney, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I find it interesting, the puzzle aspect of it, and how it was changing. Yeah, I especially love that knife part. that was the moment I was like, oh, that's actually fun. And then whatever that were, I'm intrigued to know what the story actually is in depth. So yeah, I might actually try that one. I usually don't go for top downers, but I love puzzles.
Yeah. JL says it's quite funky and different. Josh said, I enjoyed the artwork. I just didn't like the floor movement of the character. Also, Josh was saying he, because some of you might not know, Josh was a background actor. We've had him on the show before in a number of films and TV shows. He applied for the Bioshock one, but unfortunately, because of his health issues at the moment, the doctor said no background work for now. So, but there you go. So he could have been in the Bioshock film, which is cool. But he's really cool. Let's have a look at some of the scores we got. Drawn Union Cycle says an 8. Manic says an 8. Danker says a 7.5. Moonbeard says a 7. Ben says an 8. Flame says an 8. Adam's like an 8, maybe. Guildfly says 7.5. Josh says an 8. JL says a 7. So I'll start with Dave. What do you reckon to this one?
I'm going to go for an 8.
Going for an 8. Okay, Manic is also going for an 8. And Mooney?
It's going to look like we're doing it on purpose now, but an 8.
Going for an 8.
Genuinely.
Adam is also saying an 8. So he was like 8 maybe. Yeah, it's an 8. Folks, this is your last chance. Get your scores in the chat if you want to get a shout out, if you get it right. This is a Ranger, a role puzzling adventure. I like what they did there. There you go. This is out on PS5, Switch, and PC. And I'm very aware that we've got an ad break that's just kicked in, so I'm going to stall a little bit because some people might not see the scores. But I'll leave it on screen for a little bit. I can tell you this got not quite as good as some people were hoping. At 7.
Not bad there.
But it's a good score. A 7.5 out of 10. So there you go. So congratulations to Mr. Guildfly. Well done. You got it right. Danker. He's back on. He got one wrong, but he's back now. So he's going to pretty much get a 90% success rate if he gets the 91 one. Adam's like, for fuck's sake, another one wrong. It's like, Manic's like, damn it. So close. 7.5. Ben's like, 0.5. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. John Unisock's like, no, I was going to put that. All right, well done, Manic. Got 5 right. That's good going. 5 out of 7. That's good going. Welcome back if you just had the ads. The latest game got 7.5. I thought this was the best game, but they gave it a 7.5. And that's why we say it's an average score. You may agree with it, you may not. But go check it out yourself. That's why we do this show. We try and find some of the weirdest, most wonderful, not just the big name games, But if you find something like, give it a try and let us know, because some games we've streamed and I think they're better than the scores they've got. And we have had some that I played that I thought were worse than the scores that we got, but you see how it goes. Supernova, good evening. How are you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you. Ben is off. He says, are you not going to stick around for the last one, Ben? Got one more. You might get it right, mate. You might get it right. If not, take care. We'll see you soon, Ben. All right, good night, all. And rest of the stream. Take care, buddy. See you soon. Supernova, great to see you. Just in time for our last game of the night. This also came out last Thursday, and it is out on PC and Apple and Android mobile phones. Yes, we also cover phone games as well. This got delayed, ironically, because we were going to talk about this on the show a couple of months ago, and then it got pushed back. But this is Kingdom Rush 5 Alliance TD. Let's have a look at this game and whether we think it is a mobile game or whether it's better than a typical mobile game. Let's have a look.
Listen to nature.
Do not falter. Bring it on. Here we go!
Glory to the king!
There you go, folks. Kingdom Rush 5 Alliance TD, which came out on PC and Apple and Android phones as of last Thursday. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, it's just a tower defense game. It's one of those fairly generic sort of fantasy storylines where you got just general big bads coming into the realm. You've got to place your towers, place your heroes, defend against all the enemies that are coming onto the maps. Looks very much mobile game. Graphic wise, especially since it's out on Android and Apple. I believe on those platforms it is free to play, so you're going to have some of the general free to play crap in there. Whereas on PC is about 16 quid, so you haven't got in the free to play stuff in it. Just pay buy the game and just play it as you would. Not really much else to say about it. It doesn't look particularly inspiring graphics wise. It's pretty average, and it is just tower defense. So if you play any of those, you kind of know what you're going to expect. But I say this one's an easy skip for me.
Okay,
not that impressed.
Okay, I'll go through some of the scores that people have given, and this is your last chance to get a shout out in the chat because it's our last game of the night. Manic said an 8, Moonbird said a 4, Ob said a 6, Supernova said 7.5, Josh said a 6. Danka said I'm going to stick my neck out here and say it's a 9, even though it's mobile focused. Adam says 7.5. Alcor says 4. Supernova says there must be an audience for it, given that this is the 5th one of them, which is very true. Very true. JL said it Boom's Tower Defense was bought from Wish. It looks okay, but not the greatest. Had games like this back on Mini. I remember Mini Clip, playing them on my PC. I like a mobile tower defense, but that's not really any special ones. 4, says Jesse. JL says 4. Gilflight says 6. Moonchild, what do you think of this one? Is it a mobile game or not?
No, it's not for me. They're honestly, every single time the advert is literally like this proper, like, awesome looking thing, and then it just and I'm like, whoop, there it is. Like, I'm just waiting for it, and I was like, yeah, this is Wish League of Legends. Yeah, sorry to shit all over a game. It's not for me though.
No, that's fine. Look, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. We know that. We got some other scores. Guildfly came in with 6. JL came in with 4. Josh said, old people like my dad plays these. Big Jesse said, sorry, just been sorting dinner. Mag had me working the dungeon all day. True story. He's been working hard.
Just let him out.
Yeah. So we can have his dinner, then he's got to get back in. I used to play games like this all the time on Armour Games. Aurelian says 7.5. Flame says a 6. Well, let's see. Moonchild, what do you reckon this will be? Last game of the night.
6.5.
6.5 out of 10. And Dave, what a sayer you are.
I'm going to say a 7.
Going to say a 7. Okay. Aurelian says a 7.5. Flame says a 6. Moonbeard says, Big Jesse, we haven't had our dinner yet. Some short ass wanted to do a chat show. Sorry, Moonbeard. You can have dinner very soon, I promise. Josh says a 6. Manic says an 8. Okay. Our last game of the night. I can tell you, only one person got this right. Because this got a 9 out of 10.
No.
That shit got a 9. Okay, no.
Wow.
Danker said, I'm going to go out on a whim here. I'm going to give it a 9. And he was right.
Rigged.
Fair
Everyone's
play,
going, what the fuck in chat? Look.
Danker cheated somehow.
What? Adam's like, never. Danker, well done. Manic's just walked out of the room in tears. Moonbeard's fuck right off. I am out of this life right the fuck off. JL is like, unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. All wrong. I give up, Adam. There's always next week. That's it, reviewed by a 10-year-old. Did one person review it and it was a 5-year-old? Josh says, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. They must be buying ratings. Oh, it got a 9 out of 10. Fuck it. I'm not playing any new games, just old arcade machines. Good plug for Timeless, by the way. Get your tickets now. Thank you, Jeff. Was it reviewed by a homeless person? Don't know. Do homeless people have mobile phones? Damn, the clue was in the name. 5.
No other games need to be made now. This is it. This is the game.
This is it.
Got a 9 out of 10. You all voted this right.
We are clearly living in the darkest timeline. Is it 9 or 9? It's funny you should say that, Jesse. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You watch, knowing we'll probably land it as a fucking sponsor in a couple of months now. We've just had this on the show.
Delete the VOD, delete evidence.
That'll be hilarious.
Well, some
Can you
people
imagine?
like it. Gotta be
like,
mine.
everyone thought this was shit, but this week we're sponsored by.
I will not be playing it.
Oh my god! Yeah, we'll see. League of Microtransactions 5. Goddess of Victory is better than this acid trip of a game. I really don't want it to be the next Raid Shadow Legends. I can't speak badly of Raid Shadow Legends. They sponsor me a lot and they pay me a lot of money, so I can't speak badly of them. They were my first ever sponsor. But we can say this one because I'll bring this up because I was also sponsored by them. Well, could be worse. Could be Genshin Impact. That was 2 years ago. That was this time 2 years ago. I was sponsored by them. Christ, Raid Money Legends. It was good money for me. I'm not gonna lie. Raid Money Laundering Shadow Flash Game Legends. It was great to finish to finally catch a whole stream. I'll catch you today. Thank you so much, Josh. You take care, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here. So, Raid Shadow Legends was your first of sponsors. How come they haven't sponsored you? Because I've done everything that I can possibly do with them. They sponsored me twice. And I made a lot of money out of them. And the thing is, what they're basically pushing out now is the same thing I did a couple of years ago. So there's no point in doing it. So they want me to promote something I've already done. If they come back to me, like they come back to me a second time with something new, then I did promote it. But so far, everything they've kind of pushed towards me has been the same sort of thing. So unless they come and think back to me new, I'm probably not going to do it. So there you go. There you go. Build. It's like a glorified PowerPoint presentation. There you go. But there you go, folks. That was our games for tonight. Now, as mentioned, Tuesday night gaming chat is back next Monday night with a special edition called Not Tuesday Night Gaming Chat, where our guest will be Ashens, who is one of our keynote speakers at Timeless Gaming Convention, and Mr. Dave Johnson, his community manager, who's officially quit, apparently. He said in chat earlier. But that will be on Monday next week. And then the usual new game night on Monday will be Tuesday, just to confuse you. Well, we'll be playing Nobody Wants to Die. Don't forget, tomorrow night is our Dead by Daylight community stream. And we are playing the new mode with 2 killers and 8 people. So if you want to join in, 9 p.m. tomorrow till 11:30.
I will be in.
Cross-platform, Dead by Daylight. We're going to scare the shit out of each other. And then on no stream on Thursday because I'm at RawCon. Big up RawCon. And Lisa and the team putting that on because I'm in Cardiff on Thursday. And thank you to them inviting me. So Thursday stream will now be on Friday when I play Dungeons of Hintonburg. I want to say a massive thank you. And can we get another shout out for the wonderful Atomic Moonchild? Woo! There you go. When are you next on, Mooney? Tell us when you're next on.
I ain't even thought that far ahead. Maybe not next weekend, weekend after.
Okay.
It'll just
Go.
be standard party biscuits.
Party biscuits, got to be great. Go follow her. There's all the links in chat. When she goes live, you'll be notified, and then you can go check her out when she's live in not this weekend, but the weekend after. Iqual says, what about the Tuesday of Timeless Week? I don't know. We'll probably be in the pub getting pissed. So next week's TNGC on the Monday is the last TNGC before Timeless. And then the week after, we're back as normal. So there you go. There won't be any streams the week of thingy because we're actually working on Timeless from the fucking Monday night because we've got a lot to do. So we're in Bury from Monday night, a week on Monday. Thank you to my wonderful co-host that knows the most. He is off on holiday, so you won't see him next week. Thank you so much, Dave. But he will also be at Timeless. He will be there. Jan says, been lurking all this whole time, just been multitasking. No problem, Jan. Thank you so much for lurking and being here. Greatly appreciate it. It's all good. And thank you to my wonderful mods. And I guess Mr. Dave Johnson, you know, I don't know if he's here anymore. He's not, so I can get away with that because he's quit, so it's fine. And of course, every single one of you who's been in chat and enjoyed the show. We can't do this show without you. Thank you so much for your love and support. We greatly appreciate it. We are going to go do a raid. And Mooney, I forgot to say, when we do the raids, we'll take everyone off screen. Just stay behind for a couple of minutes, even though we'll raid over and we'll come back and say thank you so much. Because I forgot to do that in my usual spiel that I do before we go live. Oh my God, Games Guru's just raided. Just come in and we're just about to raid. Your timing is impeccable. Thank you, Games Guru. Thank you so much for our raid. Can we give him a shout out, please? Let's see who we can raid. I'm just seeing who's on. Ooh, right. We've got a couple of options. I'm going to let Mooney pick. We've got a couple of options. We've got that Tourette's Gamer, who's going to be one of our content creators at Timeless Gaming Convention. We've got the wonderful Ed Trots, who's going to be doing the Cuphead competition. We have also got, I'm just seeing if there's anyone else that we know. Chelsea Girl, who's doing a charity stream. And also the wonderful Big Fuzzy Yak, who was a guest and will be at Timeless as well. So who would you like to go and raid?
We'll go to Ben. Give Ben some love.
Yes,
That's Tourette's Gamer, for anyone who knows. Yes. I'm the one who persuaded him to get to Timeless.
He is, and he's over the moon. Let's just do that, and I'll bring this over here so we can see him. What is he playing? Let's have a look. He is playing Grand Theft Auto 5. So let's go check that out. We will go raid the wonderful Ben, and you can get to see him in 2 weeks. Let's do this. Again, great choice, says Jesse. Let's do that. That raid will start once the end credits have rolled, and all that leaves for me to say is, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening, and we shall see you tomorrow night for our community night of Dead by Daylight. Get it downloaded, get it updated, come and join us and scare the shit out of each other. It's going to be great fun. Thank you so much from myself, Dave, and Mooney. Take care.
Bye.
We'll hit the button.
Good night.
Bye.